That's out of here! Catch and fire. It's on the... He made it! Oh my...
It's another basketball season here on the campus of Huntington University. It's the Huntington Women Foresters against the East-West Lady Phantoms out of Chicago, Illinois. I want to welcome you inside Platt Arena here in just a few moments. It's Preston Husband, it's Jaden Woods, it's the rest of our excellent FDN sports crew, and it's NAIA basketball time once again, Jaden. It's always a fun, exciting time of the year, and this Foresters team, they've got a lot of good pieces to their puzzle coming off their first NAIA tourney appearance since 2015.
That's right. It was a great season for them last season, and they're really hoping to carry that momentum into this season, even without that senior leadership. They're just really hoping that some of those juniors can really step it up, especially those like Liv Raby.
Liv Raby is our player to watch here tonight against the East-West Phantoms. She had a phenomenal junior season. She's been tabbed as a preseason first-team player in the Crossroads League. You can see her stats there from last year. She is so good inside, and that also helps this team be able to get a lot of good looks from outside. And we know Darby Maggard and her team love to shoot the three.
You're absolutely right there. Liv Raby is able to make a ton of space on the floor for people like Kendra Sheets and other great scorers on the team. Kendall Yoakum is one that comes to mind, Annika Nelson as well. Those we'll see starting tonight as we see their starting lineups announced right now.
Liv Raby coming off career highs in a lot of different categories. She was great as a freshman. She was better as a sophomore. Now she's expected to be the star for the Foresters, and we'll see if she can fill those shoes. This is year 4 for Darby Maggard. She's gotten better each and every year. We know her history of how good of a player she was in this area, but she's got a familiar face now over on the bench, this time as a coach, and that's Gabi Melby. And because of that, there's a big change at the most important position in basketball. That's point guard. The sophomore Kendra Sheets will have big shoes to fill this season.
That's right. Gabi Melby was a very efficient scorer, 16 points a game at 47% from the field and over 40% from the three last season alone. And last season, she did break the record for most assists in a season right before leaving, so a great way to send her off.
So we are just about set for tip-off between the Phantoms and the Foresters. Let's introduce you to the starting five. First, for the home team, the Huntington Foresters, it's Kendra Sheets, number 2 from Columbia City, now as a sophomore leading this offense. She's joined by a junior forward, number 21, Kendall Yoakum. Annika Nelson out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, in her junior year. Allison Price, another player we talked about, Jaden.
That's right.
She's a freshman. She's going to be phenomenal.
She's going to be good.
And then you've got Liv Raby, our player to watch. On the other side for East-West, it's Nyla Liberty, Mayana Lampley, Kendra Hatley, Anila Phillips, and Malaya Green. We are set to go. The Phantoms in here for their first game of the year, along with the Foresters. It's Nyla Liberty running the offense for Coach Tommy Posley in his first season at the helm of the first year of the women's basketball program for East-West.
That's right, 11 years with the boys program as well. He said he's very excited. Just got to talk to him a little earlier.
East-West trying to get into an early set, and it's a quick foul call. I think they're going to get the freshman Allison Price. Actually, they'll give it to Sheets, the sophomore, and it'll be a pair from the charity stripe for Nyla Liberty.
Sheets last year, coming off a very solid role player season, 5 points per game, a couple assists, a couple rebounds. She was able to help out on all sides of the floor.
Nyla short on the first. This East-West team, it's really impressive to see the growth of their program. Many years ago, Huntington traveled to East-West. The game was played in a YMCA, but so many athletes still choose to go there because of someone like Tommy Posley, who's looking to create these relationships and good players. Sheets will work against the zone for East-West. This is a familiar look for the men's side for the Phantoms as well. Huntington, great shooting team, usually works well against a 3-2 zone. Inside, there's Liv Raby, and our player to watch starts off the night with a nice 2.
There we go, a great shot. Very efficient from there, as always.
Raby coming off 14.3 points per game, shot it at 54%.
Incredible efficiency.
Continues to get better and better. Darby Maggard talked about that's why this team gets so many open looks, because Liv takes up so much valuable space inside.
That's right, a great steal from Annika Nelson there too.
Pushes the pace, has it ripped away by Hatley. And now she'll push it back towards the Foresters defense, who moves back well in the defensive side. Liberty has drove on Sheets once and has created a foul. She'll look to do it again. Sheets stays up, and Liberty this time gets it to go off glass.
That's a good shot there from Liberty. It's really good shot selection to take that on an opponent of similar size there.
Sheets, Price launches her first career shot, a little strong, and that'll go out of play as it's the Phantoms basketball. You know, that's something I met with Darby, and I know you did as well in practice earlier this week. She told me it was, quote, driving her nuts that Allison Price was driving the ball so much.
Really?
And that's strange to hear from a coach.
It is.
But Coach Darby Maggard wants her players to feel comfortable to shoot it from anywhere at any time.
That's right. That was very obvious in practice as well as I watched them yesterday. Looks like a block from Kendall Yoakum.
The baseline official had it off of East-West, but a little help from the sideline official makes it another possession. I don't think the shot clock should have reset.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Of course, it didn't touch the rim.
Yeah, it looks like it just bounced off when she had taken the shot.
So we'll wait and see to see what's going on here.
There we go. Like they're running it out to the left here, and that's another steal for Yoakum. Nelson, her second of the night already.
Sheets to Kendall Yoakum, back to Kendra. Open look for Nelson from the corner. It's short. Raby fighting for the board. It's ripped out of there by East-West.
Great hustle already. 2 steals in just under 2.5 minutes.
Liberty controlling the offense. She has the lone 2 as Price goes down on a screen. Good pass on the backside. It's missed. Raby fighting for possession, and now Sheets can push the pace. Yoakum puts on the brakes. She finds Price. Likes to drive, as Coach Maggard said. Throws it out. It's taken away. A handful of turnovers to start this one for HU.
You can see the athleticism when she drives as well. Again, it's very shocking to hear that come from Darby, but it's always great to build a program where your players feel comfortable enough to have their own play style in the system.
Liberty getting some wise advice from Coach Tommy Posley. It is 2-2 here in the first quarter. Of course, the women's side will play quarters. Men's side, 2 halves. Price tries to come out and take it away. Liberty again recollects.
Almost another steal there already. It would have been the third against East-West in like 2 minutes.
He hands it off. This is Hatley trying to drive against Nelson, who's a good defender. A little taller than Hatley, but putting it right back in is Kendra.
Very, very good shot right there. Way to fight through the good defense.
Pass inside Raby. She's got the lone 2, and again, it's taken away. The jump ball will stay with the Foresters, and that will allow HU to make their first sub. Peyton Hartsoe is going to check in. Another player that Darby Maggard said that's the player that Forester fans should know a lot about. She works extremely hard in the gym.
That is very true. I see her all the time, basically every time I come into the Plex.
Price in and out with another triple, and back the other way come the Phantoms. West ahead right now, 4-2. They hold an early lead just 4 minutes in.
Great pacing so far in this possession for the Lady Phantoms.
Anaya Phillips passes it inside. It's another steal for a moment, and a loose ball foul is going to be called on number 3, Hatley. Foresters will get possession back. It's not been the smoothest of run here for the offense for HU, which is not what we're accustomed to see. Last year, they broke the school record for points per game and 3-pointers in a season. Trying to see who can kind of give them that lift here tonight, Jaden.
I'm sure they're hoping that will come from Raby and Price, a powerful scoring duo.
Yoakum fires, misses. Price with the board, puts it up and in for her first collegiate points.
That's right, broke over 1,000 points in high school and was an impressive recruit to see come here for her first year. It's Liberty pushing it back up again. Fighting against that solid man defense.
Liberty, who's got 2 of the 4. Dribbles underneath and finds an open player at the top of the key. Raby coming off that shot blocking year, able to at least make that shot tougher. Hartsoe finds Kendra Sheets, who fires quickly and connects.
What a shot there from Sheets to start her off tonight.
She has her first 3. It's now 7-4 Foresters. Sheets, even though she was great as a freshman, didn't shoot the ball super well, around 28%. If she can start to do that, this offense goes to that next level.
That would be a great way to start off this brand new season.
Phillips, defended by Yoakum. Tough fadeaway shot off the iron. Price pulls it down and pushes ahead. Allison full steam is going to pick up another foul on Nyla Liberty, and that will send us to our first media timeout. We'll take a short break. We will be back. The Foresters up by 3 here on FDN Sports.
We got a timeout on the floor.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
Here in Platte Arena, it is 7-4 here on opening night for the Lady Foresters. Men's game to follow. Want to take a look at the upcoming schedule here in a moment for Huntington University. They've got a busy start to the season. Last year they spent a lot of time here in Platte Arena, but coming up this year, they've got a couple of games away from home. You see the men's game up next tonight at 7:30 p.m. on FDN Sports. You can stay right here and watch that one as well. That's also coached by Tommy Posley, who has been there for a while. This ladies team, they've got a tough schedule ahead. They've got St. Mary of the Woods on Saturday. They go down to the Cumberlands, who played here last year, usually a top 10 team. Lindsey Wilson as well, and then Indiana Tech will be their next home game, which is November 5th, after this weekend, I should say. And that's another ranked opponent. Nothing comes easy in the pre-conference play. But then when you get to conference, Jaden, it's always brutal.
Yeah, the Crossroads Conference is such an incredibly tough conference to deal with, and the Foresters have historically, at least last season, shown that they can handle it.
Yoakum open again, really likes to shoot it, and that's why she was second on the team last year and made threes with 71.
What a shot, too. It shows, averaging just a little under 10 last season.
I think she's someone that is going to take off this year and make close to 100 threes.
I would not doubt it at all. I'm sure she wants to live up to the standard that our scoring had last year.
Bryce to Yoakum again, looking for back-to-back, and
Wow.
she's got it.
Look at that, back-to-back.
She shot it phenomenally as a freshman and didn't shoot it poorly last year, but didn't shoot it at the same level. She shot it 35% last year, 44% as a freshman. Looking to get back to that phenomenal freshman stroke that she had.
Getting more of those options, the percentage is bound to fall a little bit.
Loose ball, Hatley is fouled by Raby. It'll be a couple more free throws for East-West.
Starting off very solid shooting-wise for the Foresters. 3 threes already.
Huntington has broken the school record back-to-back seasons in three-pointers made, Jaden. So 2 years ago, which would have been Darby's second season, they made 254. Last year, they made 292 three-pointers. It's almost hard to imagine.
You can really immediately see the difference that Darby has made in this program. They've really pushed the tempo on offense so much, breaking, obviously, most points per game, breaking the most three-pointers made in back-to-back seasons. That's just stuff that doesn't come from average coaching.
Sheets looks to push it again. It's Peyton Hartsoe back to Kendra. She's got one triple tonight. Finds some space inside. Akers was looking to shoot. Now Raby will take a long two. Ooh. Nearly has an and one.
Almost got that bounce, and you could really see the hit right when she went up for it. But good control to still almost get that point to drop.
She'll now have 2 free throws. She's got 2 points here on the night. What's really impressive about Liv Raby, she's 6'1". So obviously in the women's game, very tall, very powerful inside. Great touch though, 79% from the free throw line last year. She makes a lot of money here when players can't guard her because of her size.
That's very true. And as I was looking over the stats getting ready for this game, very excited to be here, by the way, I noticed that almost every single Forester player increased their free throw shooting percentage by over like 20% in between the year previous and last year. And that was awesome to see how more efficient they've really gotten.
That's a big reason why. Again, Darby Maggard, she went to Belmont where she's got the program record for threes, 3-point percentage at 43%, and free throw percentage, Jaden, over 4 years, almost 93%.
Truly incredible. Some would say Curry levels of free throw shooting.
Phillips airballed that one out of play, and now Huntington back in control. We want to thank you for tuning into FDN Sports tonight. You can always leave a comment on the YouTube page. Tell us where you're watching from tonight. We'd love to say hello. Got an all-student crew besides myself and Adam Wider in the back. It's a missed 3 by Hartsoe. It's pulled down out of there by Mayana Lampley. And now pushing ahead, Nyla Liberty. Right side, long jumper. Raby fighting inside for position. Is behind the play now as Sheets pushes it across the half court.
Sheets has been very tenacious throughout this first part, picking up stats in several categories.
Liv Raby, a rare 3, can't get it to drop. It's pulled down out of there by Ariana Castro as Liberty again pushes it across the timeline with just over 2 minutes remaining in our first quarter.
Raby very solid at shooting in the paint and in that mid-range, but only 15% from 3 last season. Not her strong suit for sure.
Right side again, Phillips. Trying to find her rhythm offensively, nearly throws it away as Hartsoe back on Liberty defensively, plays good defense to stay straight up. Sheets pulls down the miss. She's got Shank ahead who catches and scores.
Great vision from Sheets to immediately see Shank at the other end of the floor.
Sheets to Shank. Gonna hear that a lot this year as Sheets will do most of the ball handling. And Darby Maggard said she holds her point guard to a higher standard than everyone else. And that's why it's been so beneficial to have Melby on the bench who knows the system so well.
Very clear that she holds Kendra at such high regard.
Here she is again, another pass, this time to the other big. Raby misses, Sheets with a second miss, and it's pulled down by Kayla Garcia.
Shank, another very efficient scorer, 53% from the floor.
Nice play inside for Castro. She gets her first bucket to cut this lead to 10. And with 1 minute left, Huntington looking to have a few more scores to spread this lead.
They would love to spread that lead a lot further. Sheets.
A good look. That's where you want to get it against the zone, right in the center. Just missed the 14-footer. East-West collects and now pushes across.
That's right, and the important thing is not to let those misses get in your head and just wipe that from your memory.
Liberty has been the catalyst here for Coach Posley. She's got it in her hands with 10 on the shot clock. Garcia takes a long two and buries it. Her first two of the night.
Good shot selection there. Notice that she was open enough to get that one off and made it.
Tiggett's one of the best shot blockers in the entire country.
That is very true. Raby broke their record last season for most blocks.
Akers, Shank, Sheets again right in there and dumps it to Raby. This time she connects.
Great ball movement there. Vision from all ends of the court.
Sheets already up to 3 assists on the young night. Liberty trying to hold for the last shot against Hartsoe. Goes baseline. She lost it. And Huntington will have just about 1 second to launch a last second heave up 10.
Joachim still leading this offense right next to Raby, 2 for 3 from the 3 so far tonight. They've done a great job of spacing these shots.
And that's the end of the first quarter. We'll go ahead and send it to a break. When we come back, we'll tell you more about how Huntington's ahead by 10 after quarter number 1 on FDN Sports.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Back in Platt Arena, it is a 10-point advantage for the Huntington Foresters. Kind of a slow, sloppy start. You can sometimes imagine that for the first game of the year, Jaden, but Huntington really did turn it around there in the second half of the first period. What did you see that created some more open looks and some more efficient offense in the first?
I would say they've done a great job of every single player on the floor keeping their head up. Sheets especially has been great about making sure that basically every player on the floor touches the ball there. As you mentioned, 3 turnovers for East-West already, and the Foresters with 1 of their own. But 4 assists for the Foresters as well. As I mentioned, they've done great at moving that ball around and looking for open players off of cuts on the wing.
See our team comparison, the stats on the court. Want to thank you for our crew in the back for getting that together very quickly, throwing it up 7 for 16, just 44%. So Huntington maybe wants to shoot it a little higher percentage. Did knock down 3 triples in that first quarter. It wasn't as pretty as you would expect. You guys have probably noticed no Bailey Kellum here tonight for the Foresters, so they're getting their offense in some different areas. And it's a good learning experience for a lot of these Foresters who haven't been put into this kind of role, Jaden, to have this experience tonight.
It is, especially people like Kendra Sheets who get a chance now to start and show that they can handle such a big offensive load.
And because of the missing part of Kellum, you see Allison Price there in the starting lineup who just scored her 2nd bucket.
Just unfortunate that it didn't fall.
Kind of fooled a few fans as well. Heard the whistles going off. Another drive for East-West, a wild shot nearly goes in that time from the right side from Castro. And now Price eyes ahead from Marysville, Ohio with the left hand. Just had one go in that way. Holding her nose, looked to get bumped, no call. East-West back on the attack. Left-handed drive up, rattles around and out.
Those shots are the heartbreakers, just barely missed.
Price quick to Akers, who does fire this time. She's off the mark.
They've had such high tempo offense here.
Price from way deep Can't get it to go. Huntington not shooting it extremely well from downtown, something we've become so accustomed to seeing.
That's right, especially after last season where they had such a prowess.
And it's a 10-second violation on Nyla Liberty there.
10-second violation.
And it's another turnover for East-West. Akers going to check out. Kendall Yoakum back in.
An easy mistake to avoid. Just unfortunate they weren't paying too much attention to how long they were taking. It's great to see some more of the bench players and the depth getting in here early on. Want to make sure everyone's used to game time before the real kickoff of this season with conference play.
Huntington still facing the zone. It's Yoakum inside to Lauren Merritt, who is fouled. And it will be on the floor, so no free throws here for the Foresters. Merritt is someone who didn't play a lot last season, just 8 games. She played in a lot of JV action.
That's right.
And was very dominant at that level. She did have 10 points against Great Lakes Christian. She is 6'4".
She does have height on her side.
Price, left hand again, just can't get the lid off of the rim as that one rattles out. Merritt is someone, if she continues to work very hard in the gym, I think will be a great weapon for the Foresters late in the season this year.
That's very true. At 6'4", a 75% from the free throw line as well. You don't see that all the time with those taller players.
Liberty up against Merritt. Misses, rattles out. Price collects the board. She's got one ahead. It's Hartsoe who catches, finds Shank, and scores again on the run.
Way to kick that rock away from yourself when you know you don't have the shot. That was great shot selection.
Hartsoe also didn't have great collection of that ball, so she knew maybe if I put it on the floor, I lose it. She finds the running Shank for her second easy bucket. 22-8. This Forester team playing with all kind of pace tonight.
They have been very aggressive on the offensive end, but also very solid at picking up steals.
Only given up 8 points so far. Annika Nelson will check in. It's a Huntington team that obviously shoots it well. We've highlighted that. They've got a lot of size. Even Allison Price right now, point guard position, 5'10". I mean, she's a strong freshman who's also willing to go inside and play, not necessarily with their back to the basket, but battle with the big bodies.
That's right. If you can afford to have a 5'10" person at purely a guard, then you've definitely got height on your side.
Yoakum way off with that one, and it'll head out of play. A rare wide miss for Kendall.
Kendall last season, as I mentioned, just under 10 points per game, their 3rd highest leading scorer. It's going to be great to watch her grow, seeing as she's only a junior.
Approaching the 6-minute mark here in period number 2. Huntington in control at the moment. Bounce pass inside and up and in off of glass for East-West. As Green gets another bucket. Push ahead, Price. Too tall for Merritt. It's hard to say that, but just a little too much pace there.
Just a little bit too much. If she was able to slow that one down, they would have had another easy bucket in the paint, which they are synonymous for getting.
Huntington, since Darby Maggard has taken over, she's done a phenomenal job recruiting, and that was one of her main priorities when she was the assistant coach at UT Martin. Recruiting was a big part of her game. Well, Allison Price was very popular, especially in the state of Ohio. They got her to come here, 1,000 points scored, averaged 17.1 points per game last season as a senior, was all Ohio. So another name that comes in here that could have easily gone to one of the surrounding schools, and she pulls in.
That's very true. Shepard, too, had a similar season, 16 points per game for her as a senior in high school.
We haven't even talked about Izzy yet from Carmel, Indiana, as Yoakum fires again, in and out. Raby battles, collects on the baseline, spins to her left, and gets it to go.
Great way to just completely stun the defense there. They were unable to put a hand up in her face.
Yeah, Izzy Shepard will be out for at least the first 2 games, confirmed by Darby Maggard. She has an assessment on Monday where she will learn more. She's coming off a torn ACL. She was having a monster senior season, averaging 16.1 points per game at Carmel, which of course is a massive school against one of the toughest schedules in the entire state.
You are not wrong about that. That is a very contested program, and she was able to put up such an impressive stat line in that area.
Steal for Yoakum as she puts it on the floor and pushes it across again. Huntington keeping their head down and their foot on the pedal, up 14 now. Raby, who's got 6. Throws it out. Sheets, Nelson, good ball movement to Price. Baseline, Raby, good dump pass and another easy 2.
And there's just nothing they can really do against Raby. Such massive height against all of them.
Raby showing why she was picked for the first team here in the Crossroads League, up to 8 points to lead the Foresters. Make it 9. She had a free throw earlier in the game as well. Liberty tries going off of the dribble, and now Price ahead, has it knocked from behind, and it'll stick with the Foresters, and it'll send us to our next media timeout. When we come back, Huntington in firm control, 26-10 on FDN Sports.
We were shooting a film yesterday, had a camper who had never done anything with sound before. She did one little workshop, took about an hour and a half, and by the end of the workshop, she was feeling a lot more confident. She showed up on set, and she's running boom, and she's recording on the field recorder. She's just elated by how much fun she's having. Every camper that comes through ends up making like between 2 and 4 projects throughout just 1 week. It's unbelievably cool.
Yeah, it was very cool to actually hold a camera that they use to make films, which I always wanted to do.
We designed the character that we would be animating in Toon Boom on Photoshop, and I fell in love with Photoshop in ways I've never thought I would.
Honestly, all of the professors and the directors and teachers are so gifted in their craft, pretty much masters of what they do.
Arena, some familiar faces in the crowd, as you can see here. Some of the HU super fans who've been coming to Platt Arena since it has been built, I believe. You know, some of these people you see year in and year out. You'll start to see this, Jaden.
I'm sure I will,
now,
yeah.
This is my 4th year here now at HU. You see the same people every time. This is their weekly entertainment, and it's become mine as well. I just get to talk about it.
Of course.
Right. Raby off the inbounds pass finds Yoakum, who's had the hot hand and continues to just stripe it from deep.
Bang, look at that one. Kendra Sheets has been great off the board. 5 rebounds as the second shortest player on the team.
That's not something we expected from Kendra. We mostly expected the assists and the scoring.
That's right.
The playmaking, which she has done a lot of that. Good move inside. It's a foul, and Green will have a couple of free throws coming up.
Price maybe not having the most efficient first half, but she is leading the team both in rebounds and assists.
You can see there was a news article I found when Allison Price committed to HU. The reason why she committed to HU, first, she loved the campus, loved Darby Maggard and the staff.
Campus.
It is, it really is. I think the Foresters is such a good fit for this school.
Yes, absolutely.
And she loved the play style. The head down, the up-tempo, yes,
yeah.
Run, keep it upbeat and with the pace, and that's why, and we can already see that's the style she's gonna like to play.
That's right, she is thriving so far in this. Yoakum again.
And I think that's gonna count. They'll probably have to come review this for you guys in the back.
If that will, Yoakum will be shooting a 66% shot from 3.
So just so you know, this is how it works for you guys at home. If the shot was in the air before the hand went up of the official, which the view we're looking in our second monitor does show that, it's going to be a good basket, and then it should be a free throw or an out of bounds for HU. We're going to show you the replay right here. So the hand stays down. The 3 is up before the hand. It counts, and now Huntington will get possession.
Yoakum, very very impressive shooting from beyond the arc. 4 for 7 so far tonight.
Raby, quick move to her left. A touch foul is called before the shot. It'll be another out of bounds play for the Foresters as it's 32-11. Yeah, she's already gotten 12.
Yeah.
And all 7 of her shots from deep.
That's right, shaking off those first game jitters. It's basically the Foresters. It's been quick, but you can see them quickly start to develop.
Nice setup play there as Price finds Yoakum again, looking for number 5. Can't get the roll. Nelson puts it back. Raby third time. No foul called. It's a loose ball picked up by Nyla Liberty. Liberty fires a long three, nearly banks it in. Raby rips down another board. Become one of the best rebounders across the entire Crossroads League as well.
That's right, and part of why she was named as a preseason first team all-conference.
Great drive. Euro step and the nice finish right at the rim.
Just ecstatic with that outcome there.
She moves up to 6 points now on the night. Third leading scorer behind Kendall Yoakum and Liv Raby for the Foresters.
That's right, again, not the most efficient so far, but looking to turn it around here in the second quarter.
Via Green drops it inside to Kayla Garcia, who's blocked by Raby. She collects another stuff. Now pushes it ahead. It's Price, again, strong to the rim and lost it off her hip for a turnover.
That is always heartbreaking when you're going up for the drive and it just gets caught on something. Substitutions here to see Shank and Teagan back in.
So a couple more subs. Huntington going deep into their bench here in this first half. Firm control.
Shank came in earlier and shot 2 for 3, just grabbed a couple points before subbing back out.
Dribble inside. Raby again doesn't block the shot, but changes it. That time it was Hatley looking to score again. Price drives baseline. She's staying very aggressive. Can't get that one to go off glass. Pushed ahead. Phillips falls away. Tough shot off the iron and out to the hands of Shank, who pushes it to Sheets.
Good vision from Shank.
Kendra lost the ball, and Akers is fouled inside.
Akers looks like possession will reset there.
East-West 4 personal fouls right now. The next one will put Huntington in the bonus.
Being in the bonus so early, not what East-West wants here.
Forester basketball on the baseline.
Raby, again, quick catch, spin to her strong right this time. A little too strong. The rebound falls in the hands of Lampley as East-West will try to cut into this deficit.
Liberty has been leading this charge so far.
Green misses, rebound down to Akers, and now Sheets looks ahead but slows the pace. Akers will fire in transition, a little strong, and again, Lampley starting to pick up some rebounds.
That was good hustle by her. She got way up there, up above Shank.
90 seconds left in the first half. We'll have Coach Darby Maggard joining us shortly after this first half for her normal interview as Lampley is out of bounds. Hartsoe coming back in. Price will take a seat. Huntington a chance to extend already their 23-point lead.
That's right, and Darby Maggard, such a talented player, coach, and just all over an interesting person to speak with. I got the chance to have a meeting with her, as I mentioned, before practice yesterday. It was great to really get to know the team and how she felt about everything going into the season.
Sheets will use some of the clock here with 20, less than 20 on the shot clock. Threw it away. Sheets maybe thinking she got bumped there, but passed it out of play. The turnovers are probably something that Coach Darby Maggard will want to address. Of course, Jane, we know she wants to play with the fast pace, but I still don't think she wants her team to turn it over as much as they have tonight. I know it's only 4 now, 3 or 4, but it just hasn't been as crisp as she would like.
That's right, and she runs a lot of passing drills in her practices. I got the opportunity to see yesterday, and to see it not play out so well so far is maybe a little disappointing.
Hatley gets a tough bucket to go. Now, Sheets and Shank will start the offense. Right around 40 seconds left, and
Great
it's an and-one opportunity for Shank.
Way to tough through the foul and just make sure that that one gets up and down. Shank's getting her first free throws of the night. As I mentioned, 67% from the free throw line for her, and very efficient overall, 53% from the field and 100% from 3 last season.
So Shank, one of the notes I made for her, she's got great footwork, Jaden, but I just thought she could, and I think she would say this, and Coach Darby Maggard would say this, she just has to finish more around the rim, and now we're seeing that tonight.
Great efficiency last year, but maybe just not taking enough shots.
Going to be a really fun player to watch.
Basically, everybody on this Forester team is going to be great to watch develop.
Green steps back, tough, 3. Raby another rebound. Huntington can hold for the last shot. Shank slows it down for Allison Price. Price with 10 on the clock. Huntington trying to put one last exclamation point on the half. Can't do so. And now East-West push ahead. Hatley watching the clock, will have to launch. Got it off in time, and it's no good. And now we've got Coach Darby Maggard.
That's right.
Who will come over for our halftime interview. Coach.
Preston, what's up,
Hey,
dude?
it's good to see you again. First game of the year.
Great to see you.
I know you hold this team to a high standard. And I know maybe that wasn't the half you would have liked. Maybe not crisp at time. What would you like to see, and what's the message to the team here just after one half of basketball in 2025?
Well, I think our defensive intensity was subpar. I think, I don't think that we were super crisp offensively either, honestly. I thought we kind of threw the ball all over the place at times, which is disappointing. It's a disappointing first half to start our season, honestly.
Kendall Yoakum's a player that obviously is going to have to produce at a higher level this year. She did in that first half, shot it extremely well, knocked down 4 triples. She leads the way with 12. What do you see from Kendall that kind of got your offense going after that slow start?
Dude, Kendall is so good. The kid can really shoot it, and that's what we need her to do. When she is open, we need her to shoot it, and we need her to hunt shots the way that she's doing in this first half. And so, to look for a bright spot, she definitely was from a shooting perspective for sure.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll leave it at that. You go talk to the girls, and
Thank
we
you.
hope you're a little happier when you come
I'm
over
sure
post-game.
I'll be happier.
All
We'll
right.
see, though.
Coach Darby Maggard joining us for the halftime interview. Press It husband Jaden Woods. We're going to send it to a short break. We will come back, tell you more about that first half here on FDN Sports.
We were shooting a film yesterday, had a camper who had never done anything with sound before. She did one little workshop, took about an hour and a half, and by the end of the workshop, she was feeling a lot more confident. She showed up on set, and she's running boom, and she's recording on the field recorder. She's just elated by how much fun she's having.
They've helped me with like my acting, and like my dancing has improved, and like my voice, I just didn't even know I could sing that high, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can sing that now. Our director is amazing. She's so sweet. She's helped me grow as just like an actor and a singer and a dancer. I've really improved being at this camp.
People in the School of the Arts aren't just filmmakers or aren't just theater practitioners, they're creatives. And they love to work in all kinds of different areas. And I think that's one of the great things is we see kids come back and we see them in multiple tracks because they have multiple different interests and they love to tell stories, they love to be creative. And I think it's great that they get to explore a variety of different areas.
They're making projects that they get to share with their families at the end of the week. Every camper that comes through ends up making like between 2 and 4 projects throughout just 1 week. It's unbelievably cool.
Yeah, it was very cool to actually hold a camera that they use to make films, which I always wanted to do.
Voice act some characters, creating our own voices, going live on the air, and of course just being recorded and having fun.
drew a weapon design in Photoshop. We designed the character that we would be animating in Toon Boom on Photoshop, and I fell in love with Photoshop in ways I've never thought I would.
I've always loved dancing and singing stuff. I do show choir, I do theater after my school. So it's like, this is where I live already, right? So getting another choreographer to experience, another stage to experience, the stage is great, the people are great, and it's all just like, it's the same thing, but it's a different experience, and that's really fun.
Everybody here is just so welcoming in every aspect. Everybody just loves everybody and is there, and you can say hi to somebody you don't even know and they'll say hi back. Honestly, all of the professors and the directors and teachers are so gifted in their craft, pretty much masters of what they do, and are so good at sharing that information with the students.
They're people with passion. You can talk to them, you can share ideas, you can work together, like that's incredible.
The faith here on campus makes me feel like there is hope for me. There's so much I can do and what I can always look up to and be with.
So Norm was someone that I hadn't really thought of before, if I'm being honest, but the moment that I was given the honor to wear him, I think that I realized the value that he brought to really our generation as a whole.
He came on a ship, was brought to Huntington, Indiana via a rail car.
Exuberant, sweaty, and mysterious.
Someone playing Norm, you have to have a spotter kind of, because you can't see very well out of the mask. And so people can come up behind Norm and trip Norm without
Norm throw out the first pitch at a Tin Caps game, which I feel bad for the catcher because Norm he had rotator cuff surgery
4 feet and 8
early in his
feet
career,
tall.
and so he doesn't always throw strikes.
Most of all, he has our hearts in his hands.
When he left, that's kind of when Norm kind of went into, the closet for a little bit. My name is Lori Culler, and my job here is I'm athletic director.
I'm Nate Perry. Title is the managing director of the Hopper Institute for Agricultural Studies.
I have played Norm for one single basketball game.
I've been Norm for one single event. Norm
is a mascot for the Foresters. He was created in 1966.
We never really even talked about anybody playing Norm. It was Norm. Who's in Norm? It's Norm.
The first version of him was kind of a blonde guy that was swinging an axe.
In 1996, when I arrived on campus, I try to describe Norm as a little bit like Santa Claus. Big, jolly laugh, rose-colored cheeks.
In 2006, I believe it was, when we changed from Huntington College to Huntington University.
Norm got his flannel, his green flannel, got his very, very plush beard that he has now, got his wonderful toque to our Canadian friends, you know, the stocking cap.
I would say the reason at this point that he's maybe not as visible as he has been in the past has to do more with a marketing campaign. Trees kind of fit better in that marketing scheme.
The one thing that everybody should know about Norm is he's just another guy just like you. Yeah, he wears his flannel and he has his very sharp axe, but he's just a normal person. So don't be afraid of Norm if you see him coming. Don't take your animals, your puppy dogs, and run. Norm likes animals. He's animal friendly.
And so it's not that Norm has gone away. He maybe just partly haven't had a lot of volunteerism in terms of people wanting to be Norm.
He's really just the Forester spirit. So as long as you have some of that in you, then I think you are worthy to wear the suit.
Expect Norm at basketball games.
There's a little bit of Norm in all of us.
And he's actually tree friendly. Some people think that Norm is just going to cut down the trees.
We'd love to have, one or two, three people that would say, yeah, I will do it.
He's actually a forester. He may cut down trees to make ways for new trees in the future that will have a legacy, long-lasting legacy.
Norm will always come back.
To me, Forester Camps is amazing.
To me, Forester's Camps is cool.
To me, Forester Camps is a great experience. I've always had just like a genuine interest for art, and our art teacher was like passing out flyers and stuff.
And I saw that my other friends were going to do it, so I got interested in it as well.
And this is my first college trip, so I didn't really know kind of what it's like to be in college.
College really isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Definitely go. There is a lot of really cool activities and opportunities you can get here.
Try to get yourself involved. Try to talk to other people who are like at the camp as well. Talk to like your hosts and stuff.
I mean, there's no reason not to go. I mean, you get out of school, you get to come here.
It's really informative on how college actually is, and that the community here is really great.
Beautiful people, and welcome back to Platt Arena. A staggering half in favor of the Foresters, 37-13, as we come back and start this third quarter here in just a couple minutes. But first, we got to talk about what happened in that first half. Kendall Yoakum led the way, followed by Liv Raby. Yoakum was 50% from the three-point line with 12 points, 4 on 8. Raby had 9 and 5 boards, and Allison Price, starting out her season pretty solid, only 33% from the field, but 6 points, 8 boards, and 3 assists can't really be argued with. Kendra Sheets did a great job of leading the offense for the Foresters, 3 points and 5 boards, surprisingly good at grabbing some of those rebounds. Of course, we need to talk about Liv Raby. She did a great job of controlling the floor while she was there. She made sure that everyone was able to get some shots open with her large presence in the paint. What did you think of how the bigs especially played tonight?
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things to do for a big coming from the high school to the college level is run the floor and do it in the right way. You have to find those open pockets so you don't get in the way of your point guards like Allison Price and Kendra Sheets. So you have to run in your lanes. It's like playing defense on a kickoff in the NFL. You got to stay in your lane. Raby and Shank did that so well, and it gave them a ton of open looks because of that.
That's right. Shank also a shockingly good producer so far in that first half. She had 7 points on 75% from the field. 2 boards for her as well. She did a great job of ensuring that everybody around the floor felt comfortable. And as you mentioned, Price, coming into her first season at Huntington, has been given a lot of control, of course, as she was recruited here. I'm sure she's hoping to continue running the floor how she has, very up-tempo. How do you think their tempo has been, and what do you think they're going to change in the second half, according to Miss Darby Maggard? Sorry, I knew I was getting that wrong.
You're good. Darby Maggard. I think the pace will be very similar, Jaden. I just think the passes and the decision-making might be more crisp. Darby is someone who you know quite often how she's feeling by looking at her. And you could tell she was not extremely thrilled with that first half performance. Even though the team's up 24, she has high expectations. She wants to be crisp because that's how she was as a player and that's how she was taught and coached. So she expects that from her players, and she wants to see them come out, run their sets, continue to push the pace, and score in a variety of different ways.
That's right. 3 turnovers for the Foresters isn't going to cut it so far in the first half. It's Nelson off to Price on the corner. Finds Yoakum over there. Passes to Raby down in the paint. She finds an open Nelson, and that one's good. Great shot selection from Nelson there.
That's the first 3 of the night, Jaden, for a Forester with anyone or without the name Kendall Yoakum. I should say she's the first one to make a 3 other than Kendall.
Yoakum has been great.
I guess she said one as well.
Here. Especially here. Raby with a steal. Good eye there for that. Sheets is driving the ball up. In the corner, it's Yoakum again. No luck there. It's rebounded and passed off to Liberty once again. Yoakum almost grabs another one. The shot is up and no good. That's Kendra Hatley there. It's going to be Price running the ball up the floor. She's driving in, kicks it off to Raby. Great vision from Price there to get an open shot for Raby.
Again, that is Liv Raby noticing that Price is on the left side, so I should get to the right block. It opens up the space and it creates easy buckets.
Liberty working on Yoakum now. Really great defense here. Raby with another steal. East-West has been getting sloppy here. Price with the drive. Great pass from Nelson to Price. They have kept their eyes up here. The pressure on defense has been immense, and especially on offense. They've been pushing that ball into the paint. Right here at the top, it's the Phantoms trying to make some motion. A shot from the corner will be no good, rebounded by Sheets. You can see she's already looking for the pass. It's Price to Yoakum from the corner, no good.
Good possession though, got the look they wanted, just didn't get it to drop.
That's right, and it's the Phantoms driving it back up here, pushing into the center, passes off. Now it's Liberty at the top of the key. Price playing tight defense on her even at the very beginning of their half. The drive is no good. Price, great defense without fouling as Sheets pushes it up the court now. From the corner, it's Nelson. Starting off, shooting hot. That's her second 3 of the night on 4 attempts.
And isn't that just the key definition as we get a timeout from East-West? The definition of modern day basketball. You've got a 3-on-1, you kick it to the corner for 3, it's more than 2, and it feels good when it goes in for the Foresters.
That's right, the Foresters have been great about pacing this. We're gonna take a short break really quick as they discuss their plays. Hello everybody and welcome back to Platt Arena. It's been a high-paced second half so far. 2 threes already dropping for him in the second half. They've been able to push it in. Raby's already picked up a couple points here. And yeah, what do you think about how well they've pushed through this East-West defense?
I just think Huntington still is pushing the pace. As you can see, Annika Nelson there has knocked in those 2 threes. I think the pace is still what Darby Maggard wanted. And I told you they're still going to play with that pace, but it's been more crisp. The passes are into the shooting pocket, and they're going in. We didn't see that as much as Huntington's so good at shooting the 3-ball, and they shoot so many of them that sometimes in a first half like they have, they can still struggle from behind the arc, but they shoot so many that if 5 or 6 go in, they still find themselves in a comfortable spot.
That's right. Some of them are going to drop. Raby almost reaching double digits as Yoakum couldn't get her 2 shots to fall. 9 3-point attempts on the night already in just the beginning of the third quarter. Playing a stack here, trying to get the ball on the floor. As we know, Huntington has been very aggressive on defense to start this off. It's Liberty. Off to Kendra Hatley, working on Yoakum. Pushes it down to the paint. They're going to try and drive on Raby. 2 much taller defenders, and there's not much they could do there. A foul is called.
It looks like it's Phillips going to go to the line. Raby picks up her second. Huntington, of course, not really in any foul trouble, so you don't mind that, but Raby's such a good shot blocker, you'd like her to stay straight up and make Phillips make a tough shot.
We know for a fact that she can heavily affect a lot of these shots, and she, right there, didn't have her arms all the way up. East-West will get their first free throws of the second half. Missing the first one, hoping that the second one will drop. It's 47-13, a very Huntington-sided game, as that one is not good. It'll be Sheets running the ball up the floor. Sheets looking to get this ball moving, hits it off to Price. Way over pass, it's gonna find Nelson, no good though. Raby fighting for it, grabs that one. Yoakum in the corner, throws it over the court once more. Price off to Yoakum, bad footing there, so she doesn't take that one. They are throwing this ball way up there. Nelson with a good drive. No good, fighting for it, it's Raby, but couldn't pull it down. East-West driving it now. It's gonna be Liberty at the top of the key. Looking for something here, anything. Huntington playing very tight man here. Driving in against Raby, loses control of it and somehow grabs it back. Liberty with a floater is gonna bounce off the back of the rim.
It's a great box out by Sheets. You talked about it, rebounding well as the smallest player on the court.
That's right, and it's Nelson for 3, her third of the second half.
She has not been known as a knockdown shooter, Jaden, 31% last year, but man, if she starts shooting it well on a team who already has broke back-to-back school records for threes in a season, that just takes this team to a higher level. They're projected 4th in the preseason.
Yes.
That could move them up a little bit.
It definitely could. She's 3 for 5, 60% from 3 right now. It's Liberty, hits off to the corner, gonna try and take a shot over Raby and a bad bounce. Fighting for it, looks like that's gonna be an over the back foul on 24 for the Phantoms. As Raby will pass it into Sheets now. Sheets 1 for 4 and 1 for 1 from 3. Smart shot selection. She's been very gritty, trying to grab all those rebounds possible. Yoakum finds Sheets, finds Raby. Not blocked and not a foul either there. As Liberty pushes it up the court, working on Price. Finds 23. Trying to drive off the left side, but good defense. And a shot is thrown up, no good there. Nelson is gonna push it up the floor, and a very high arcing pass somehow finds its way to Sheets, and bounces off to Raby.
Sheets actually did that on purpose. I don't know, we probably can't sneak a replay in right now, but she just got enough with her left hand to tap that to Raby for another assist. Just always has her eyes in the right spot.
Incredible body control from Sheets there. Price gets blocked by the screen. The shot is gonna be tossed up, and a foul is called. Looks like a blocking foul on Huntington, as the Phantoms will take possession of that one. A large group substitution here for the Foresters. Oh, excuse me, not a substitution, a timeout. We'll take a quick break and catch our breath.
Hey, Forester fan, Peyton Hartsoe here, junior nursing major on the women's basketball team. I just want to take a second to shout out Blackburn.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Platt Arena. I want to say hello to all of the fans who've been tuning in so far, whether you're cheering for East West or for Huntington. It's been a great game so far for the Foresters. East West still kicking. And as we can see, a lot of strength on the interior from people on both ends of the court, as Liberty will take her first free throws of the night.
I want to say hello to a good friend, Devin Browning, who was a student manager here under Corey Alford for 4 seasons. Still tunes in to all the games. He's really close with Jared Yock on the men's side. He's tuning in tonight. Tammy Gass as well. She's a big Forester fan. She's watching from the beach in Florida. Jennifer White, big East-West fan from Berkeley, Illinois. We don't care who you're cheering for, quite frankly. We're just glad you're watching some basketball here tonight. We hope you're enjoying FD and Sports. Jaden, it's amazing. You're a student here. Everyone on this staff, besides myself and Adam White in the back, who's a professor, all students. It's excellent what FD and Sports has started to do.
It's great to work for them as well. Sheets really fighting against this all-court defense as the shot is up from Hartsoe, and they're fighting for it under the net, but nothing is available there. Very intense defense to break out of that timeout. And Sheets will be passing it in. They were really fighting to get the ball up the court, and they just couldn't quite get a good shot off after that. Tegan Akers with a shot. That one is way long, no good.
Yeah, Tegan is someone who's trying to find a bigger role this season. 23 games last year, averaged about a point and a half on 27% from downtown. She can be pretty strong outside. That wasn't a great example of it, but she is a really quality shooter and also another taller player at 5'10", spreads the floor.
They have a lot of height and bulk on this team for sure. They're really able to bully a lot of teams down in the paint to make sure that they can make good shots.
That's what I think so unique about this year compared to maybe the rest of the tenure for Darby Maggard, as Raby misses that first one. They've got more size than ever this year. So, of course, you lose the leader in Gabi Melby, who is potentially like a Hall of Fame type player here at Huntington University.
Yes.
But you bring in size, and that's going to be tough to match up with all these shooters spread around them.
Liv Raby checking out for one of the first times tonight, as Lauren Merritt will come in for her. Again, 6'4". She's very imposing in the paint. It's scary to drive in on her, and they said, I don't care, we're gonna get in there. It's Liberty from the corner, bounces off the other end of the rim, no good. Sheets running it up the floor. She's looking, she sees Merritt in the paint. The pass is deflected, and that one's gonna be out of bounds on East-West as the Foresters will regain possession.
See, what Sheets will do later in the year is see that defender sliding over from the corner. Hartsoe's wide open. She'll fake that pass to make the pass in the corner. I promise you she'll continue to build on that as she plays more and more.
If anyone would notice that, it's you. You get to watch all these games in the front row as Merritt gets a high-quality shot right under the net. Nobody tall enough to stop her down there.
I like her chances of becoming a really impactful player. She's got the size. Just continue to work on that footwork inside. She's got a real chance.
I agree with you there. Running a 2-3 zone here, it looks like. They're going to get a shot from the elbow, and that one drops. Their first point in a long time other than a free throw just a couple moments ago. Sheets running it up the floor. She's going to find a breakaway. Stopped at the halfway point, and it's Hartsoe dropping it off to Akers. That shot no good there, as East-West will pick up the board.
You can even see on a missed shot like that, it's an open look. Darby Maggard immediately to Tegan Akers. That's a good shot, Tegan. Keep shooting the ball.
She loves when her players take good shots, even if they don't make it. It's not about whether or not you make it, it's about whether or not you get there. Merritt, looks like she goes up for it, and a foul on, it's like 21 White. Looks like foul on Merritt, as she'll pick up what I believe is her first foul of the night. And the Lady Phantoms will take some more free throws here.
Free throws have not been super friendly to East-West so far tonight. Just 1 of 8 from the stripe. And Nia Phillips, though, has had a pretty strong night for East-West. She's been right in the middle of everything. That's her 6th point. And she's been very aggressive. Not super efficient, 2 for 9. But this is a program that's in year 1. It's going to take some building. And Phillips is a nice piece for that.
You'll find your pieces, and you'll find like the way that your system will flow. It's Price, kicks it out, and it's stolen by Liberty. She'll drive it up. No crazy techniques there, just goes for the layup, and it's gonna bounce off, and she'll be fouled. Looks like by Hartsoe there. She'll pick up a foul. And Liberty will go back to the line. They've done a good job of driving in and getting to the line, but they've not done the greatest job of finishing those free throws tonight. As you mentioned, I believe now they're 3 of 12 from the free throw line.
And going back to that last possession, that's one of the turnovers that'll kind of grind Darby's gears a little bit. However, you know she'll be patient with the freshman Price because of all that talent. The thing is, in high school, you can get away with maybe driving baseline, kicking the ball in the air when you get off the ground, but you have to play under control, and that time Price did not.
That's right. Hartsoe finds Akers, kicks it off to Price, and that's a 3.
That's what Darby wants. She wants her to take open threes. She's got the ability to knock down the J, just feel comfortable shooting it.
That's right. She took a couple in the first half and couldn't get many to drop. An unlucky bounce there for the Phantoms. They're fighting for it now, and the jump ball will be called. It looks like it'll stay over here with the Phantoms. As I mentioned, Price has been taking those shots. She wasn't making too many of them earlier. She did have a couple field goals, but that's her first 3 of the night, which will take her to 11.
They're probably trying to discuss here, Jaden, what amount of time should go back on the shot clock. I think it should be 20 because
20 seems right.
I'm trying to think if the ball hit the rim on that possession. If so, it should just reset to 20. And it looks like that's what they're going to stick with.
The ball did hit the rim. It was an unlucky bounce, but looks like they're going to call it 17 on the clock there.
Yeah, I guess after it hit the rim, there was kind of a scramble for the ball. There was not change of possession, so 17 seems fair to me.
That's fair enough, as the Phantoms will pass it in now. Foresters holding on tight. Good defense on the wing, trying to hold her there. She'll take a shot, not much going down for now. Price will run it up the floor. Stopping at the halfway point. She's going to drive off the left. She'll hit Shank. She'll drive in. No good, and it looks like that one will just be called out of bounds, as the Lady Phantoms will take that one.
She was looking for Merritt. It was the right decision, just too much heat on the pass.
Very congested area in the paint right there at that moment. Looking for something here. They'll pass it over to the left elbow, driving off a solid screen. Throws up a layup, no good. They'll kick it back to the top of the key and throw one up. No good. Price will run it up the floor now for the Foresters. She's double teamed on the way late wing. And they'll find Shank in the paint. That's another point for her. That'll bring her up to 9.
You know, there's something you don't notice a lot about a 6'4" center in the women's game, but if they get the ball, they can see the floor so well because they're so high above everyone else. That
That's
time
right.
Merritt uses the vision, finds the right player.
She's had good vision all night. They've clearly emphasized the fact that their bigs are playmakers as well. Nobody on this court is just a scorer. They'll kick it off to Price. She's running it up the floor now. She'll throw it back without really looking. Thankfully, Hartzell will save that one. Merritt at the top of the key, as you mentioned, looking for a play here over all the other heads. Akers will kick it off to Price. A good shot from the wing. No good. Fighting for it. It looks like that might be an over-the-back foul on Hartzell.
And over the back on number 12.
So we have a change of possession here.
Just about.
Looks like the Phantoms.
Into the Phantoms lineup.
It looks like they're in the bonus. Yep, that's 5 on the Foresters here. That's the second on Hartzell. Hartzell is someone that didn't get a lot of opportunity last year because of a season-ending injury.
Yes.
And the cutoff is the 6 games to redshirt. She played 8, so unfortunately lost that year. But Darby Maggard praised her over and over again. She's not going to score 20 a night.
Right.
But she makes this team so much better defensively, and that's what Coach Maggard wants to improve on this year.
Absolutely. You don't need everybody to drop 20 every game. They'll get another free throw to drop here. Shank will get it in. 20 seconds left on the clock, trying to find a way through this full court press. Price running it up. She's stopped by Ariana Castro. And Merritt with the screen. Price driving off of it. Tries to hit Merritt in the paint, but it's picked off by Liberty. 5 seconds left. She's running it up. An aggressive layup will bounce off. It'll be thrown out. It looks like called on the Phantoms player, as Shank will pass it in, and they're just going to let that last second run out.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We're going to take it, we're going to keep it here for now as we'll talk about how this game has been going so far. What are your overall impressions?
Well, that was a much more crisp third quarter, Jaden. It felt like Huntington controlled possession better. They still kept that pace up. They shot the 3 a little better, but also because of those open looks and in transition, finding the right player, they got a lot of shots right at the rim.
That's very true.
And we're hoping for the same thing. This is my plug for the next game coming up because we've got one more here tonight. It's East-West in Huntington on the men's side at 7:30. That'll be myself and Brady Gallo, who's a baseball player here at Huntington. So if you want more basketball, which I'm assuming you're all just wanting to watch more basketball on FTN Sports on opening night, we've got East-West and Huntington University up next. That is the start of the Jared Yock era. Very exciting for Forester fans. Anyways, back to this one, though. Huntington looked sharp in that third quarter. And a couple more turnovers again. It's going to happen when you play your first game of the season. They just want to continue to get things right. Cause they've got a quick turnaround. Saturday against, I'm blanking on who that is.
That's Mount Vernon Nazarene.
Okay. So they've got a quick turnaround there, and it'll become tougher and tougher as the season goes on. I mentioned them going down to the Cumberlands, who's usually a top 15, 20 team.
Yes.
They've got to start getting things right now, and Coach Maggard takes notes. She's got people on her bench writing down what they see and they don't like and what they need to fix through practice. And I promise some of these turnovers will be addressed.
That will definitely be something that's addressed for sure. They also ended up getting into foul trouble in that third quarter there, but what they did do right there is they got more of the offense involved, as we saw Nelson taking several threes and making them. Sheets now with the ball. She'll run it off to the right side, kick it to Raby. Raby looking for something here. She'll find Sheets with her defender deep in the paint. Great hezzy from Sheets, pulls the defender out and runs right past him.
That was so pretty by Sheets. Almost denied the screen, used a head fake, and then scooped it up there to score the easy 2.
Such great ball handling there. So we'll see Castro kick it off to Lampley. Lampley, as we saw earlier, getting a lot of rebounds. Castro kicks it off to the paint. Looks like that one is going to be called out on the Phantoms. That'll head Forester's direction. Looks like the pass just flew right past him. Sheets again working against this full court press. It's Nelson now with it. Wanted to give it to Raby, but the defender got in the way a little bit, still found a path. It's Price kicking it off to Nelson again. Raby in the paint working on a smaller opponent, but couldn't get that one to drop. Raby struggled a little bit tonight on efficiency. She's 5 for 11 now, not the worst, but I fear she could be doing a little bit better of a job with her shot selection. Raby defending now right at the top of the paint. The Phantoms are looking for something, anything here, a lapse in the defense, but they just can't find it yet. It's Joachim, and now Raby in the paint, and she is gonna pick up a foul there. That's Kayla Garcia going to the line for the Phantoms now.
So Raby, the last time, was stuck in that situation, came down with the arms. The official's saying she did the same thing there. I thought she did a little better job staying vertical, straight up, and trying to defend that, but she does get called for the whistle.
It did look like her arms got pulled down, not necessarily sure by what, but it's clear that she noted her mistake earlier and attempted to do better about it there.
Lane violation there on East-West. It was Phillips coming out before the free throw, so they won't even get the second one.
Oh, geez. That's Price pushing it up now, calling plays. Kicks it off to Sheets. They'll find Nelson at the top of the key. She's going to try and drive it in, and looks like, not sure exactly what that call was there.
Looked to be a foul on Phillips.
Okay. Huntington will continue to have possession. Sheets finds Raby. Nelson finds Price. A great look in the paint, and a lucky bounce will get that one to fall. Price breaking 13 now.
And that is a play that Coach Darby Maggard uses out of a situation just like that, under the basket, sometimes out of a timeout. This time after a foul, gets another easy bucket right at the rim.
Chucks up a shot there, no good, as Raby will grab that board, kicking it off to Sheets. She'll find Price, a deep three, no good there. Looks like the ball was just ripped from Lampley's hands. They're still fighting for it. Looks like they're able to throw it to Sheets, and a timeout called by Darby, as that's a good way to stop the ball from getting turned over, and we will take a short break as well.
As the owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
Hello everybody, and welcome back inside of Platt Arena. It's been a fast-paced game, basically from tip-off to the close of that last play where Darby Maggard called a timeout during a fight for the ball on the ground. The Foresters have done a great job of keeping the tempo up while also taking pretty good shot selection overall, although Price shooting around 44% from the field, not bad at all.
This is where you'll see Darby Maggard use one of her set plays right out of this timeout.
That's right. You'll see a lot of plays coming out of inbounds, and it looks like
foul on Joachim. It looked like an illegal screen there, and that was one of those set plays. As now East-West wants to use a timeout. What they did there, Jaden, was Joachim was setting the screen. Nelson pops up off of that. Joachim was going to spin to the corner for a wide open look. Everything with Darby, it's only a 30-second timeout, so we'll talk through this one. Everything around Darby Maggard's plays and set pieces like that is going to be around getting a shooter open. And she had another one there if it was successfully ran.
That's right. It's really a heartbreak to see those plays. Illegal screens are very preventable, and it's very hard to hear that call, and you're like, oh boy, that was such That was something that we could have stopped and we just didn't, unfortunately. Raby has been very solid so far. 12 points and 9 boards. Allison Price has already picked up a double-double in her very first collegiate game. Raby only 1 board off from it, and Sheets about to pick up a double-double as well. Raby in foul trouble, though. 3 fouls on the night. Let's see if she can keep those arms straight up and ensure that no more fouls are called on her. Liberty will be taking the ball up. Tight defense here once again from the Foresters. You can see Price pressuring her there as Nelson will pick up a steal off a bad pass. Nelson almost loses it. Regains control. It's Yoakum off to the corner, Price, and passing the ball around really well. Price will get an open look, no good. Nelson will go up for that board, and it looks like a foul on Nelson there.
Excellent, excellent ball movement by the Foresters. That is exactly what Darby Maggard said. With someone like Liv Raby, who is potentially a top 3 interior player in the Crossroads League, everyone wants to put the focus on her. You get wide open looks. That time it didn't go in for Price. Next time it might.
That's right. Liberty will push it in, no good off some pretty solid defense from the Foresters. You can see Raby kept her arms straight up as Nelson, way to control herself and slow herself down for a nice, easy bucket.
That is an excellent catch. That was so tough to make sure you had enough space to use glass, and Annika still did.
That's right. Raby will be defending a pull-up jumper from the midi. Very quick release there as he was able to get that one off and in. Sheets will push it up the floor now. Solid defense from Ariana Castro. Raby at the top of the key now, looking for something. Nelson will cut deep as they'll find Yoakum at the top. No luck there. Raby misses the board as the Phantoms will regain possession. It's Price defending Liberty once again as the Phantoms chuck up a deep 3. And that one bounces off and heads out of bounds. Foresters will take possession here, as we'll see Peyton Hartsoe check in.
And Nelson gets a nice applause from the fans. She's not been the star for the Foresters tonight, but she's been really solid, shooting it well. Sometimes you'll see her bring it up the floor as well. She's listed as a forward, but very versatile and can do a lot of things on the hardwood.
Yoakum sends a pass to Raby, and it's tipped as the Phantoms will grab a steal there. That's an unfortunate and avoidable turnover. I'm sure Darby won't be very happy about that one, as Yoakum will run it up the floor now. She'll kick it off to Price. Another turnover. Sloppy plays back-to-back. Liberty running it up for a layup, pushes off the defense. No luck. Raby fights for it, needs help in the corner, and it's like a blocking foul on Leticia Thomas, yes.
And a couple of times here in this half, and we've seen it here in the fourth quarter, Huntington has a big who gets a rebound. And by a big, I mean a forward or a center. Find a guard. Make sure you find it right there. Merritt was looking for a guard. That's a good decision, but you still have to be precise with your passing. Not that these players can't dribble or can't handle the offense. You just have certain players that you want to bring the ball up the court.
As you mentioned, Nelson was bringing it up a couple times. She is a very quick first step for someone of her stature. Driving in, it's the Phantoms. She'll throw up a little underhanded layup. No good, though. Pushing it up, it's Sheets. Getting defended very heavily. She'll find Hartsoe looking for something as she gets heavily pressured there. And Akers, another shot for her. Yet to fall in the second half. Phantoms driving it up. That's a very good shot right there. Pushes it over the defenders.
That's Phillips again. She has just been very good at getting to the rim and finding glass when she gets there.
That's right, and it's Sheets now working off of Merritt's screen, and a foul is called. As it looks like, obviously the layup won't count, but a personal foul on Ariana Castro, as the Foresters will retain possession. Hartsoe passing it in. You can see them preparing for a play here, as you mentioned, always coming off the inbound with a lot of these. Kendra Sheets gets it, drives in, a nice pull-up. Jay will get a very lucky bounce.
I know some of my Forester fans will know exactly what I'm talking about. That is a play that Coach Corey Alford ran for Lane Sparks often. Just bounces off of the inbounds pass, gets it in the 15-foot range, drives to his spot, and now this is Kendra Sheets this time, driving to her spot, makes a short jumper.
Right, filling in very well for losing Gabby Melby, who's now on the bench, as you mentioned, with the coaching staff. Pushing it up, it's Ariana Castro. She'll find a screen, run it off to the corner, and throw up a three. No luck there, air ball. Sheets will run it back up. She'll find Shank, Sheets and Shank, a hard pass across the floor. Akers looking for Merritt in the paint, couldn't quite get it to her. Sheets will take a quick drive and kick it off to Hartsoe for an unlucky shot there. Liberty pushes it up the floor. Trying to work on Hartsoe, she'll throw one up, no luck there. Shanks to Sheets, and Sheets to Hartsoe. Very well controlled tempo there. Breakaway offense at its finest.
Looks like a three-man weave drill that you'd run in middle school basketball. Sometimes,
absolutely.
Again, you just fill those lanes, you usually get a good look.
Those drills are meant to impact those instincts, and they immediately started filling those lanes. As you mentioned, Ariana Castro with a shot. That one no good. As it'll be Akers running it up. Kickoff to Sheets. See her looking to Darby for a play there. Akers trying to find some room. She'll find it on the elbow. Kick it down to Merritt. And a nice soft little touch. That one will go right in.
The shot goes in, but the work started before she got the ball. She got deep in the paint, and at 6'4", there's no one going to stop Lauren Merritt inside when she is that far, 2 feet in the paint.
As you mentioned, all the bigs on this team have great footwork, as we've seen so far. A seemingly close shot from Liberty will not go. Sheets will kick it off to the corner. It's Hartsoe again, and a bucket for her.
See, there have been times tonight Hartsoe has had that look, and it has not gone in. Coach Darby Meggert has applauded her on every open shot. One goes, and that's something that now Hartsoe can build heading into the next game.
That's right. Hartsoe now 1 for 4 from 3. That'll be her 5th point of the night, as a shot from Liberty will sink. And they will break what has been a mild drought here. Sheets will run it up the floor. Working on Castro. She'll find a screen from Akers. Akers will take a wide open 3 at the top, and that one's no good. She's 0 for 5 tonight from 3, and again, Maggard will still continue to applaud her because that's a good shot even if it doesn't go down.
Shooters shoot. That's what happens. You cannot make a shot that you don't take.
That's right. Miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Liberty will throw one up.
That Michael Scott or Michael Jordan?
I think it's Larry Bird.
Okay.
Kendra Sheets will run it down the floor. Almost loses it there. Shank will kick off to Akers. Another 3. No good there. Running it up the floor, it's the Phantoms. They've been able to score a couple times as of late, but 75-29, not the most favorable. They'll find Liberty in the corner. She'll throw one up over her shoulder and sink that one for an extra 3 points.
Yeah, Liberty now leading the Phantoms. She's got 7 points now on the night.
That's right. Sheets working on.
Make it 10. Sorry about that.
Yes. Shanks will find Akers heavily pressured in the paint, almost loses it, finds Shanks on the corner, and she drills it. Again, Shanks last season shot 100% from the three-point line.
Yeah, she was 1 for 1 last year. Now she's 1 for 1 this year.
In game 1, you can tell she's been working on that shot over the summer. Ecstatic about that one. Astro will kick it down to the paint. Kayla Garcia will throw one up, and it's a block from Merritt. Merritt last season, not too many blocks for her staggering stature, and already picking one up early in the season now. Looks like the Phantoms will be throwing it in here, as there's only 20 seconds left here in this game. Make sure to stay tuned for our men's game, East-West versus Foresters, right after this. And a beautiful fadeaway from number 23 there.
That's Phillips again, one of those pieces to watch.
We'll see Hartsoe kick it off to Kendra Sheets. Sheets running it off to the left. And it looks like they'll hold it until the end of the game, but we will have more to come as we come to a close on what was not a very close game between the Foresters and the East-West Phantom, but good sportsmanship from all around as, of course, the Foresters and the Phantoms shake hands right in front of us, actually.
Yeah, and it looks like the two teams are going to get together and meet in the center of the court. That's if East-West also wants to do that, and I think Darby's then going to come over and talk to you. I think she'll be happier with that showing in the second half. It was more crisp. They got a lot of open looks. They created a lot of easy shots, and if you're a basketball coach, that's your entire goal, to get your team the best looks as possible. And you've got shooters and bigs like the Foresters have. It usually leads to a ton of success.
That's right, and 5 of the 9 players who checked in tonight had double-digit points, and not a single player other than Akers, who just couldn't get the lid off the basket tonight, had no points. They had a great offensive performance throughout the night. Of course, Kendall Yoakum really had almost all of her performance in that first half, and she still ended up at the top of the scoreboard. Allison Price right behind her, 13 and 11. Again, a double-double in her very first collegiate game. Liv Raby only 1 board off, couldn't quite get it. Kendra Sheets, more rebounds than points. Very shocking for someone of such a small 5'6" stature. As I'll get a chance now to speak with Coach Darby, as I did get the chance to just the other day. I'm excited to get another chance to speak with her.
Looks like her and Coach Posley going to have a quick conversation before we get her on the headset, but I'll hand it off now, and looks like Jaden will have a chat.
That's right.
Hello, I am good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good myself. That was a much better second half, especially offensively, that was played. Of course, I know a lot of the shots couldn't fall, but I think you guys did a great job about creating open shots. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we did a much better job of creating shots. I just thought our guards did a much better job of getting in the paint and finding open people, is what I thought. And so, I think obviously we didn't, I don't think we shot it great, but we shot okay. We'll take it. I honestly, from the first half to the second half, I would say our overall intensity and our overall effort on the defensive side of the ball improved, and that's what I wanted to see at halftime. So,
absolutely. It was very clear that your bigs throughout the night they made playmaking a priority throughout everything.
Yeah.
Every single player on the court was looking up for the next player. What goes into the practices that ensures that every player always has their head up?
Yeah, I think we work on ball handling and passing and emphasize that every single day in our practices. We want to make sure that every player is a playmaker and that they feel like it's a simple game, really. If you draw 2 people, somebody's open, so you got to be able to find them, right? And so we work on that all the time, and our kids really do take pride in making the extra pass and sharing the ball. They really love it. So I'm thankful as a coach that they love that we have some selfless kids on our team.
Yeah, I mean, great game overall. Price picked up a double-double for her very first collegiate game. I'm sure that's great to see.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to be back on Saturday, and good game.
Thank you so much, guys. It's good to be back.
Yes.
Yes, it's good to be back.
Have a good evening. All right, well, looks like that just might bring our women's game to a close as we get a chance to speak with Darby. Any closing thoughts, Preston?
No, I just want to thank the FDN Sports crew as always. A lot of people in new positions. It's tough to do. It's hard to adjust. You never know what's going to happen in live sports. I thought our students killed it.
Absolutely.
You did a great job. I don't do color very often, but I had a fun time doing it. It's a great game to start the season for the Lady Foresters.
I think so. It'll be a very good season as we continue on Mount Vernon on Saturday the 25th. I'll be there for that one as well. I believe with you, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday. I'm excited to be back.
All right, that's it. All I have to say is stick around here in just a little bit. We've got tip-off in the men's game. It'll be Preston Husband and Brady Gallo then in about 23 minutes for East-West and the Huntington University Foresters. We'll talk to you in just a little bit.
Back.
That's out of here! Catch and fire. It's on the... He made it!